Another question about the Rab Nachman from Rabbi Yitzchak. Amale, huh? Amale Rab Nachman Rabbi Yitzchak. My dichtiv. What? What? 14? Okay. Rab Nachman says to Rabbi Yitzchak, my dichtiv, the pasuk says, it's talking about the Elisha Hanavi in the days of the Yehoram ben Achav, the king of the Israel. He says over there, Ki kara Hashem lara'av, v'gam ba'el haaretz sheva shanim, behanach sheva shanim, mai achul. So basically, there were 7 years of the ra'av, the famine, of those days. Now, what's going to happen these 7 years? What they ate during these 7 days, Jewish people. Amalem, Rabbi Yitzchak told him, Hachi Amar Rabbi Yochanan. Rabbi Yochanan said like this, Shana Rishona, first year, Achlu ma shebabatim. They had what's in their house. Shenia, second year, Achlu ma shebasadut. What they had in the fields. Basically what they have in the harvest from the fields, okay? Or certain thing was grown by themselves. Shelishit, a third year, Besar behema tehora. They ate. It's gonna get bad now. They ate the meat of the behemot tehorot, the pure, basically kosher animals. Revi'it, fourth year, Besar behema temeah. They started to eat non-kosher animals. Chamishit, fifth year, Besar shekasim urmasim. They started to eat the whatever it moves. Huh? Whatever it is, that's what we eat in China. Shishit, the 6th year, Besar benehem uvnotehem. They ate the meat of their children, boys and girls. Shevi'it, in 7th year, Besar zerotehem. They started to eat from their elbows or their arms, which means their own meat. Wow, how can you do this? How hungry you should be that you do such a thing. Lekayem Hashanema, he says Yeshaya Hanavi, he says over Ish Besar Zero O Yochelu. That's what Yeshaya Hanavi says. God, you're gonna get to a point that you're gonna eat from the meat of your own hand.
There are some Farshim that says they didn't actually eat the meat of their hands, but because of the hunger, the meat of their hands just disappeared.
So what they ate?
They lost the meat.
So why they ate?
The body ate.
How are you gonna be satisfied?
After 7 years,
Huh?
why would they eat their children if the children should eat them?
So because they basically they overpower their children. That's how it goes. Same thing happened by Beit HaMikdash. That's why you see the Echa. That's why you read on Tisha B'Av.
And Echa, they eat the children also?
That's Torah. The Torah says that the kelalot. That's what the care says in the Torah.
Isn't it also to do that?
Huh? They're gonna die. What are they gonna do?
But
Okay, I don't want to talk about it. I hope nobody gets to that situation. Okay, now Rab Nachman Rabbi Yitzchak, and told him Rab Nachman Rabbi Yitzchak, my dichtiv, but he says in the Hosea, talking about the salvation, the Geulat Israel, Bekirbecha Kadosh velo avo be'ir. What does it mean? Bekirbecha Kadosh velo avo be'ir. Doesn't make sense. How is it possible? Mishum de Bekirbecha Kadosh is it close to you, is holy. Lo yavo be'ir. You should come to the ear, to the city. If you're the Bekirbecha and close to his holy place, so the Kedusha is there. So why? How come the Shekhinah, the Hashem, doesn't come to the city? Amale, he told him, Rabbi Yitzchak, Hachi Amar Rabbi Yochanan. This is what Rabbi Yochanan said. Amar HaKadosh Baruch Hu, HaKadosh Baruch Hu said, Lo avo b'Yerushalayim shel ma'ala. עד שאבוא לירושלים של מטה. Hashem said that I'm not going to come to Yerushalayim in the Shamayim until I come to Yerushalayim on the ground, in the land. Okay? What does it mean, Bekir Becha Kadosh? Until I come to you in Yerushalayim, which is down there, I'm not going to come to the Ir, which is the city, talking about the Yerushalayim on the top. So first I'm going to come to, it seems like very interesting, Kedusha comes to you on the earth, then I'm going to go to the Shamayim. Very interesting thing.
So it means that as long as we don't have Beit HaMikdash, also in the Shamayim they don't have nothing.
Correct. That's what it means over here. Yes. Okay, so he goes further. Gemara asks a question. Umi Ika Yerushalayim Lemala? Is there any Yerushalayim up there in Shamayim? Gemara says yes. Dichtiv, it says Tehillim Kuf Chafbet Gimel. Yerushalayim habenuya kir shechubera la yachtav. It's going to be, it means Yerushalayim is going to be built. It's like another city like that. Okay? Which means it seems from the Pasuk, there is two Yerushalayim. There is two Yerushalayim. We have only one Yerushalayim. So once Gemara wants to learn from here, there's one Yerushalayim in the Shamayim. That's what it is. You have two Yerushalayim. Another question. Said Rab Nachman to Rabbi Yitzchak, what's the explanation about Yirmiyah Hanavim? Basically, Yirmiyah Hanavi is talking about Jewish people. They should not go after Avodah Zarah and what Goyim do, the other nations do. That's basically Yirmiyah Hanavi rebuking Jewish people. What does it mean? He says Musar Havalim Esu. What does it mean? What's the pasuk? End of the pasuk says Musar Havalim Esu. Means people, they basically like a wood, etz, and they're not going to accept any musar, any rebuke, and there's no point to punish them. But beginning of the pasuk, it seems it seems like there's only one avera, one thing, which is ba'ar and kasil. How does it make sense? What's the question? What is it? I understand. What's the question? What there should be a question that you're asking a question. He says the end of it is understandable. Rashi says because he said Musar Havalim Esu. There's no point you give Musar rebuke to the people. They're not going to listen to you. They should not get punished. What is saying in the beginning?
That's what the next sentence says. hevel here, avalim, they understand it differently. They understand it as avodah zarah.
Okay.
It says that there is one avera that makes Reshaim burn, and it's avodah zarah.
That's the answer to the quick Gemara.
Yes.
We went further. But first understand the question, then go further. What's the question? Well, what we asking over here? What we are trying to get from the pasuk? Why Gemara has a question? Nachman from Rabbi Yitzchak. Why it seems like he doesn't understand the pasuk?
Because if you read only the pasuk, you can understand it like you said, that you give rebuke, you say?
Yeah, Musar.
Rebuke, musar to Amei Haaretz, and they're not going to understand it. That's the shot of what you understand from the pasuk. Musar havalim etz, they love a tree, nothing go inside. So he didn't understand it. So
Oh, it seems like very nice. It seems like there's only one avera that a person would consider kesil, not wise person, also he's gonna get destroyed. So Gemara has a question: what do you mean? Any avera you don't do in the Torah, you consider kesil and it should get destroyed. So Amaleh, Rabbi Yitzchak told him, Hachiyam Rabbi Yochanan. That's what Rabbi Yochanan said. Achati is one shemave'er deshaim begehinam, that would basically burn reshaim, the wicked people, in the Gehinam. Umaihi, what is it? Avodah zarah. So therefore now that makes sense. Musar havalim esu, avodah zarah consider heaven. Okay. Therefore they when whoever go worship the avodah zarah is gonna get burned like the wood in the Gehinam. That's what it is. So the avodah zarah is the worst avera. That's what it means. Okay. The Gemara goes further.
one of the
I understand, but Ketiv Hacha, Gemara goes further. How do we know the Hever means Avodah Zarah? Ketiv Hacha Musar Havalim Esu. Uchtiv Hatam, it says over the Yermayam, Hevel Hema Maser Tatuim. So you see from here, you want Gemara wants to prove that the Pasuk says the beginning, Hevel, Havalim, is referring to Avodah Zarah. Interesting. Okay. So Gemara goes further. Ram Nachman said to Rabbi Yitzchak, what he says in Yemei Hanavim, Ki Shetayim Ra'ot Asa Ami. It says over there in Yemei Hanavi, two bad things my nation did. Okay, Tarten Hu Dahavu. Is it only two? Esrin Va'arba. Really 24. 24 is referring to 24 Sefarim, the books of in the Torah, Nevi'im Ketuvim. The Jewish people, they basically they did not any of them in these 24. So Shevira Lehu. So how is it possible that it says over there only two? It should be 24. Is it possible that Shevika Lehu, that Hashem forgave all the rest? What happened to them? Amale Hachi. Rabbi Yitzchak told him, Hachi Amar Rabbi Yochanan. Achat, there is one, Shehi Shekula Kishtayim, that's considered two. What is it that one that considered two? Umayni Avodah Zara. Avodah Zara considered two. Why Avodah Zara considered two? It says over here, Dichtib, Kishatayim, Ra'ot Asa Ami, Oti Azvu, Mekor Ma'im Chaim, Lachsov Ra'im Borot, Nishmarim, Mashul Yachilu Hamay. Two things a person do, as over here the Navi says, in the Yermaya, somebody does Averah, first of all, he leaves Hashem, that's considered the source of the water, and also they went after something which is worthless, and he cannot get water. So they did two bad things. One of them is that they left what they had, basically, Ma'im Chaim, which is the Torah, and they went to something which is not worth it. If you want, at least you go to something that could give you water. Over here, you're going somewhere, you don't get any water. So these two things, so we're talking about Avodah Zarah. Now, another way to understand why Avodah Zarah considered two bad things, Uchti behu ki ivru yechitiim uru v'gedar shilchu v'yitfonenu me'od. Which means they learned from the non-Jewish people. No, go learn from them, from the non-Jewish people, other nations. They always go with their God. They never rebel against their God. Go next to them and see. Go to all the cities and check it out. Is it possible? Does it make sense what you're doing? Even goyim, they don't go against their God. Hahemir goy Elohim vehem alo Elohim, v'ami hemir kevodo velo yo'im. Is there any goy that would exchange his God with something else, even though they are not gods? But Jewish people, they exchange their God with Hashem, that's somebody that they have to respect, and what they change it with Avodah Zarah that has no purpose. You cannot use it. So doing two bad things over here. One is they left Hashem. Now who they're going to? If you go to something better even, okay, good. There's nobody better. They go to something worse, much worse, to Avodah Zarah that cannot do anything. That's going to be the second bad things the Jewish people did. So that's what happened. Okay, let's go further now. Tana, so now the question is why we have to choose Bedavka only these specific nations, like Kitiim, is a nation, or Kedar. These are different nations. They don't exchange their God. They even though the God is an idol, they don't change it. Why these nations mentioned in the pasuk? Kitiim ovdim la'esh, v'kedariim ovdim lamai. These two nations, one of them worship fire, and one of them worship water. ואף על פי שיודעים שהמים מכבים את האש, לא המירו אלוהים. Even though the Kittim, they know the water, if it's strong enough, they could turn off the fire. Okay? ועמי המיר כבודו בלא יועיל. But my nation, Hashem says, they change their God, okay? They change it with something which doesn't do anything, doesn't have any power. That's bad for Jewish people for what they did. Now, another question. Rav Nachman said to Rabbi Yitzchak, what is written in the pasuk? in the Shemuel, what's the pasuk over there? Vayhi kasher zaken Shemuel. The pasuk says, simple understanding, that it was in the days that the Shemuel became old. Gemara asks a question. Umi siv Shemuel kulehai. Did Shemuel get that old? V'ha bar chamishim u'shtayim hava. The oldest Shemuel got, and he passed away, was 52. So what does it mean, Zaken Shemuel? Damar mar met b'chamishim u'shtayim shana. We know that the Shemuel Hanavi, he passed away that in the age of the 52.
Mine says Binah.
What?
Mine says the Hamishim times it says Binah.
What? Where are you, that Yaakov? What did he say?
The Amar Mar met, and it goes to the next line, Binah.
Where are you? Bar Nav. Bar Nav. Nav is 52.
Mine says it's Binah for Bar 52.
Yeah. It was the age of 52.
Is yours also together like Binah? It says Bar.
This is what Bar Mitzvah. Bar means son. Ben Kamo Ata. That's how you talk in Torah.
12.
Okay, that's how they ask questions. So you see over here he was 52. Met b'chamishim u'shtayim shana. Zeu mitato shel Shemuel aramati. That's basically he lived. So therefore, if that's the case, why the pasuk says Zaken Shemuel? Shemuel was old. He says Amale Rabbi Yitzchak told him, Hachi Amar Rabbi Yochanan. This is what Rabbi Yochanan said. Zikna kapsa alav. Even though he was young, he became old. Hashem made him old too early. And he looked old even though he was young. Now, we're going to talk about how come Shemuel became that old so fast.
Because he wanted to become the red king instead of Ben Gamliel.
That's different, Gemara. Now, what happened? I should give you some introduction over here. Hakdamam, Shemuel commanded Shaul HaMelech, in name of the Hashem, you should go and destroy the Amalek and put everything in the cherem. Don't have any mercy on them. You should kill everybody. Everybody, all the animals also. But Shaul, he did not do it. When he basically destroyed the Amalek in the war, he had mercy on the king Agag and on the animals. He didn't kill them. And he was against the commandment of the Hashem. So therefore, what happened? He says, Shemuel, which gets in the Nebuah, in the prophecy, Dichtiv, Nichamti ki himlachti et Shaul. Which means that Hashem, if he could say such a thing, I changed my mind. That I don't want, basically I changed my mind, I don't want the Shaul should be the king. Because he did not listen to me. He did not do my commandment. And then Hashem wanted to kill Shaul right away. When the Shemuel heard it, he asked Hashem that Hashem should not kill Shaul. The pasuk says over there, you don't have the pasuk. The pasuk says, "Vayichal lishmuel vayizak el Hashem kol halayla." See, the whole night he was davening for Shaul. Amar lefanav ribono shel olam, shegartani ke Moshe ve'Aharon. You basically, I'm important to you. I'm considered equal to Moshe ve'Aharon. The pasuk said on Tehillim, it's on Friday night. Moshe ve'Aharon b'choanav, Shmuel b'koreh shemo. So therefore, Moshe and Aaron, they are gadol in the doing certain things to Hashem. Shemuel in the meyuchat, it was very unique when it comes to calling Hashem. Basically, both of them, the tefillah were accepted. Shemuel, it seems like, is equal to Moshe Aharon. Ma Moshe Aharon la batru ma'aseh yedehem b'chayehem. Basically, which means they had a product of Yehoshua. It was a product of the Moshe Aharon. He did not die. It was the Talmud of the Moshe Aharon. He did not die in the time that Moshe and Aaron were alive. Same thing. You should not kill. Shaul should not die until I'm alive. Because I'm the one who made him a melech. So he's like my Talmud. So please have mercy on him. Don't kill him as long as I'm alive. Okay? Amar HaKadosh Baruch Hu hechi avit lemut Shaul lo kashavi Shemuel. Sorry. Hechi avit lemut. If I do it, Shaul lo kashavek Shemuel. Lemut Shemuel adezutar meranini abatre. So what does it mean? Let's translate. If Shaul gonna die, well, we have to kill Shaul. I cannot get away from the tefillah of the Shemuel. If I take away Shemuel, that he's not going to see that the Shaul died when he's alive, what's going to happen? Shemuel is very young. Meraneni abatre. People are going to talk bad about me behind my back. That he killed Shemuel before his time. Okay, so people might think that he did the Averah, that's why he died early, right? Lo lemut Shaul, lo lemut Shemuel. Let's say I don't kill Shaul and not Shemuel. Until the time Shemuel dies, then Shaul gonna die. Kevar higia malchut David. It's already time for the David to come. Ben malchut nogad bechaverta afilu kimlo nima. Two kingdoms, they're not gonna touch each other, even as a thickness of a hair. You cannot have two melech at the same time. One gonna die, the other one gonna come. Huh? No. Amar HaKadosh Baruch Hu akpis alav zikna. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make him look old. Even they're not gonna talk behind his back. He's gonna die. Then Shaul gonna die. Then David gonna become king.
Why didn't just tell him you can't be king?
Huh?
Why Hashem was just telling Shaul you can't be king anymore? Just move aside. Why he had to take his life?
Why Hashem says, you know what? Let's you cannot be king anymore. And a good question.
But didn't Shaul was chasing David?
Yes.
And Shaul lost his Megillah, his Ruach HaKodesh.
Okay. Well, who? The question is when did it happen? Who became king at that time? Who was the king?
מי משך את דוד? שמואל משך את דוד. שהוא מת, לא? הוא הלך לישי הביתה, הוא משך שם את דוד, ובאותו רגע ירדה רוח הקודש משאול ועברה בדוד. I guess he wasn't accepted as a king yet, אבל הוא נמשך.
Who made David Melech king? Did he?
He's the
Then,
one that took the
if
oil,
the-
no?
huh?
Who took the oil? That dropped it on his head.
Shemuel did it or Natan Navi?
Natan?
I don't think it seems from here Shemuel cannot do it. Because since Shemuel has to die, then the king gonna die, the new king gonna come.
But Shaul was chasing David for a long time.
Understand? At that time, Shaul was a king. David was a king yet.
The whole episode of oil happened after
Which oil?
Charles died.
I think, if I remember, let's see, I'm right or not. I don't know. I don't know why he wanted to kill Shaul.
I wanted to kill Shaul, didn't you?
Maybe that was his punishment. That's the punishment you should get. Interesting.
I opened Shmuel Aleph exactly on this pasuk.
Wow. Okay, give my phone on charge. Okay, let's go further. Haynu dichtiv, that says the pasuk, the Shemuel, huh? Shemuel משך אותו?
שמואל משך אותו, and then it says, במחילת את ורוח השם שרה מעם שאול, ובעיתתו רוח רעה מאת השם. באותו רגע מתי שהוא משך אותו, רוח השם ירדה משאול, ורוח השם באה על דוד.
What is it?
But here it says two kings cannot be together.
So now, so he took away the kingdom from one and gave it to the other one at the same time. That's what he did.
Or if that's the case, what was the point of killing?
No, the Torah doesn't say why. Maybe that was his punishment.
So it was worth it for Hashem to kill Shaul just to kill Shemuel at the same time?
No, Shemuel said that's Shemuel's problem. Shemuel said, I don't want to see my Talmud gonna die.
Right. So it was
So why? What do you want to do? I have a Gezerah already to kill Shaul. What do you want me to do? So I have no other choice to kill you first. So you're not gonna see that Shaul died, then you're gonna die. The Shaul gonna die.
So Shaul had to die because he didn't do what Hashem told him to do.
I think that's what it's from the pasuk.
Then Shmuel
die because
He said, I
he
don't want to
couldn't kill
see
Shaul when Shmuel is
Yeah,
dead.
because I want to see Shaul dead before. While I'm alive.
How old was Saul when he died?
What?
How old was Saul when he died?
I don't know. What's the difference now? Well,
Was he more than 52?
probably.
But then, Shmuel died at 52. He finished his Talmud.
Okay. You're done. Good place to stop. It's gonna Hashem continue tomorrow. We're going by Umi Midache Gabra Migame Gabra. It's a very interesting question. Tomorrow Hashem we're going to see what it means. It seems from this Gemara that the person he could do something that he would die earlier.
Yeah, but what would be the benefit? That's the part.
But
Like Shemuel lost, I don't know.
let's say, let me give you an example. Let me give you an example. Let's say Aaron Cohen would have said, I don't want to see my children die.
Right.
Okay? Now it comes to time to Hashem want to kiss his children, and he daven and tefillah get accepted. Over here is different, by the way, because Shemuel tefillah is very powerful. Okay? Let's say Aaron also in the same level. The tefillah got accepted. So if it was that was the case, Hashem said, I have no other choice. You said you don't want to see your children die. I have to kill you. You don't say it.
Right, but can he extend it for another? I don't know.
That guy has to die.
Yeah, but extend his.
So you see, extend who?
His kid. Let's just say his kid was supposed to die at 30.
Okay.
Hashem could extend it to 50.
Hashem could say take him at 22. There's a reason that he's killing them at 30. There's a reason behind everything. There are certain times Hashem cannot change certain things for whatever reason he has. He could change it if he wants, but he doesn't want to do it.
But it's still.
Yeah, so
it's like Hashem are saying, okay, at this point, I listen to your prayer.
Therefore, I'm gonna take your life.
Take your life, but he could easily just ignore you.
No, by accept.
Other times he ignores not that he ignores, but like a lot of times you ask for something, he says no. But all of a sudden you say, I want to die. Okay, let me take.
No, but first of all, Shemuel is different. Shemuel tefillah get accepted. That's the first of all. Second of all, it shows us how important it is when you daven, how you daven.
It's also like he told Moshe to stop davening to get into Israel. Otherwise, he would have to do it.
Right.
So it seems
Right.
like when became like
started
something.
Let me ask a question. If somebody davens, he becomes rich. Is it good for him?
No, it depends on.
So it's a different situation. Somebody davens, I want to get married to this certain person. Is it good for him?
It depends on the situation.
So
my question is that when you pray, you should never pray that I should never see my children.
No, you could do that. But if some chas v'shalom is a gezerah, I don't understand why Shemuel didn't daven for Shaul instead of davening. Shemuel could daven that Hashem should not.
Well, that's exactly my question.
So
Why
it seems like it seems like Shemuel sees that Hashem is not going to change this gezerah. I don't know. But on the other hand, he asked for he doesn't want to see it. It's very, very strange. Why he has to do it that way? I don't know. I don't have a good answer for you. I didn't see Mefarshim talks about this. Maybe somebody talks about this. Why is it specifically he davens that way? Why he didn't daven that Hashem should give a longer life to Shaul? Maybe I don't know. I could say this or not. Maybe that was his intention, but because it did not mention it clearly, so Hashem had another option.
You make it very hard because then says that when you pray, you have to be
Exact.
very exact for your prayer.
Right. So yeah. But you see how everything changed. Well, you should know it's not that's the only reason Shemuel died at that age. The other things, other Gemara talks about why he died at that age. Also had to do with the tefillah of the Chana. And the Chana davened, I think if I remember correctly, to Eliah Cohen, he says that he's going to work for you for 50 years. So there are other things also involved. It's not like only one thing that he has to die at that age.
Also precisely
Right. Okay. We said the halachot of the borer. We mentioned last time the machloket ben Ishchai and Haravadia about the orchim, about basically the guests you have, and can you do borer in order to give the kavod, respect to your guest or not? That was the basic question. Now, let's go to the next case, which we mentioned this before, but now we're going to go more into it in depth. Now, so post-game they hold. Let's see how many post-game like this. We're going to see further. Possession, if not today, tomorrow. מותר לברור פסולת כאשר מוציא עמה כצד מן האוכל. ולכן מותר יהיה להוציא גרעינים של לימון שנפלו לסלט, ובלבד שיוציאם עם מעט מן הסלט. So the halacha is, so far, let's see anyone argues or not, that if you have pesolet, something you don't want, you cannot take it out by itself. That already we know. You are allowed to take it out with some good part, the part you want. Example he gives over here, let's say you're squeezing the lemon inside the salad. Now some seeds falls into the salad. You cannot take out the seed by itself. What you could do is you take out the seeds with some salad. This is not considered borer. Now, very interesting thing. I don't have a clear answer for this yet, but he says it over here. I'm going to mention it to you. I don't know why. I don't know the answer for it yet, but you'll see. I'm going to share it with you. אם מוציא בשוגג את הגרעינים מהסלט בשבת, בדיעבד מותר לאכול את הסלט. Let's say somebody shogeg, he didn't know. By mistake, he took out the gar'inim, the seeds of the lemon from the salad. He wasn't supposed to do it. We said he had to take some food with it. And he did it. Does the food become asur or not? Okay? He says no. I don't know why. He says over here even, וכתאי להסביר לבני הבית את חומרת הדבר שהזהרו להבש או לעשות כן. You have to tell them what you did is wrong thing. Next time you shouldn't do it, but the food does not become asur. Okay? Why? I don't know. Maybe later on he's going to explain. Usually, if I don't know, we did this. We did that for Bishul. For Bishul we did, if somebody does Bishogeg something on Shabbat, Avera Melachan Shabbat, it's going to become Asur, even you are Shogeg, according to Shulchan Aruch until Mosai Shabbat. Okay? That's basically it. So Haravad Yosef, I'm jumping further. Haravad Yosef says the borer is not like bishul. Okay? Huh? So the borer, according to Ravadia, we're going to see the machloket. Ravadia holds you could do borer without doing chilul Shabbat. There is a way to do it. Bishul, there is no way to do it. This is not considered hana'ah. You're getting benefit from something asur on Shabbat. That's what we're going to talk about. This is a very interesting subject. Okay. Don't forget Bikat HaLevana.